everyone. Welcome to a Tuesday edition with your quilting angel. I'm Tammy, I'm the Siberian Wind, and I'm glad you're here. So I see we have a lot of people in the chat, so I'm going to say hi to everybody that I can. I see Katie and Judy Neighbors and Judy Hebert both here. Thank you both for being here. Dawn, welcome in. Joyce, Linda, let's see, Joan. Welcome in, welcome in. And then we've got Andrea and Pam. I'm just looking through the chat, guys. I'm just looking through the chat. And Pat, welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, Angel Tammy. Yeah, that's kind of what we are tonight. We are kind of Angel Tammy. Hi, Karen. Welcome in. First time I've seen you in my chat, I think. Maybe. Your icon looks familiar, but your name doesn't. So welcome in. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Thank you. I did not make the wings. They were purchased last year. This costume has been hanging out waiting because the event that I was going to wear it to last year did not materialize or I couldn't go. I don't remember what the deal was. So yeah, I'm your quilting angel today. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Andriano says she's going to be lurking. Judy says I've got double duties tonight. Yes, I know. I'm so happy about that. Andrea's finishing up a quilt tonight. I was writing a pattern all day. Andrea says she was doing that yesterday and testing it tomorrow as soon as she gets her current quilt done. And of course the puppy, the moment that I start talking, he is up and out and about looking for things to get into. So we will see how successful we are tonight. I might start leashing him. Love that jacket you made. You had on. Oh, thank you, Joyce. So the jacket that I wore last night. If you guys have not checked out William's channel over at My So-Called Life, I hang out there most Mondays. Not every Monday. I sometimes have to take a break. But I hang out there a lot of Mondays. That's kind of my current schedule. That's about what I can handle at the moment. And I had gone to a Quilt Guild Halloween party. And of course, we were encouraged to dress up. And what better event to wear my show and tell to my local quilt group than on Halloween night? So I got that quilt finished or that coat finished and wore it, and it was so comfy. It was so nice to wear. Hey, Chloe, welcome in. Thank you, Katie. She's reminded everybody to hit that thumbs up like button. I appreciate it. Pam is going to make chili for tomorrow, so in and out chat too. Oh, I want some chili. Oh my gosh, I want some chili. Oh, that would be amazing. Thank you, Chloe. She says fun costume. And of course, the puppy is already getting into trouble. So bear with me just a second. Come on. Come. We are going to start leashing him for my lives just because he is starting a pattern. Thank you, Joy. She said that I did an amazing job. I only had to do 14 buttonholes, and so on 14 buttons, as well as do some blind hemming. So where I'm hemming the lining to the coat fabric. So I didn't want it to show. Hey, Joyce, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm turning my fan on because I am actually burning up in this costume. No, sir, you don't go anywhere. Let's see. Oh, Judy says that she's having a problem with the likes. Can't till lives are over. I think it's a glitch on my end. Yeah, sometimes YouTube does some crazy stuff. Sometimes you have to exit and come back in. It's a whole deal. It's a whole deal. And I'm going to be hitting my wings all night. So, and feeling like I'm hitting my wings all night because I'm not used to having a halo. My halo is indeed set to the side for a reason because I am not perfect. I am not perfect. Not perfect at all. Okay, so there is a link up in the top that is pinned. That is our November retreat, guys. So we have a retreat coming up. Sir, where are you going? No, sir. Come. I will fuss at him here in a minute. So we have a retreat. It is November 22nd and 23rd, which is the weekend before Thanksgiving. So I know that that's kind of crunch time for a lot of people putting together last minute things for Thanksgiving here in the United States. Thanksgiving Day is the 27th. which is, of course, a Thursday. And I have hair. I have lots of hair. So the retreat is the Saturday and Sunday before Thanksgiving. So you guys will have Black Friday weekend all to yourselves. And I will be doing some much needed catching up on sewing. So if you are interested in joining the Zoom retreat, click the link in the description, or not in the description box. I haven't put it there yet. Click the link in the chat. I will put it in the description box. You know what? Let me do that right now before I forget to, because I've been forgetting everything. Hey, Carrie, welcome in. Glad you're here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is a day, guys. It is an absolute day. Let's see if I can edit this. There we go. Edit. And let's see if I even... All right. So Nocturnal Soul Quilts Along is finished. So I'm going to take that out of the description box. So it will not be there. You'll have to go to my Nocturnal Soul Quilts Along videos in order to see that. And let's see. No, let me get caps off because that would look really odd. Let's see. November Zoom retreat link. And now that is in the description box. So if you are watching this on the replay, you can still join up. You just have to comment on a video. You have to chat in the chat live. You have to do something to connect just to let me know you exist and that you are watching my content. That's the only price you have to pay in order to join the Zoom retreat. Otherwise, they are completely free. There is no other cost to join the retreats. So with that being said, I also just mentioned that I was finishing writing a pattern. So I have got that, I believe, sent off. I don't know that I've gotten a response back yet, but that's okay. I have sent that off to a tester who is going to help me, and I will be testing it myself. So this is not what my quilt that I'm going to be testing is going to be, but you guys will start seeing a little bit here and there of me testing a quilt that will be released before the end of the year. So I try to publish a pattern every year. That's kind of where I started with last year, is publishing a pattern every year. And I'm way behind schedule. Life just got ahead of me this year. So I am working on getting everything tested so that I can publish by around Christmas time. So if you are wanting to hang on and wait for a pattern to come out from me, that is going to be about $20 or so is what I'm thinking. It's fairly reasonable considering the amount of work that's going into it. So I will have a pattern out by the end of the year, hopefully. So fingers crossed that we get there, okay? Leslie Jones says so she's ironed about 15 yards of fabric, including fat quarters. She put the fabric on comic book boards, but needs to put them away. Tomorrow's another day for that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't push yourself. Tammy, have you taped all of our videos for the free mystery pattern yet? If not, I have a request. Absolutely send me the request. Absolutely send it to me. Because even if I have taped whatever I've taped, I might be able to go back and retape, or I could make a few adjustments, and I absolutely don't mind. So definitely send me any requests. So guys, if you need accommodations, if you have a disability, or if you are struggling with any part of my free mystery, let me know that you're struggling with it, and let me know what your struggle is and how you think I might be able to help you. I would love to hear your feedback. I am absolutely an advocate. I want everyone to be able to access everything that I am putting out. So I take all the feedback very seriously, and I am game to hear it. I am absolutely game to hear it. So what you're seeing down here is it's a quilt for a friend, and it is kind of a rush order. I've got someone, is just where you put the words. Oh, the captions cover. Oh, okay. Yep, I can fix that. Absolutely can fix that. You got it. You got it. I will do that going forward. Because yeah, that's an easy fix. So yeah, the fabrics that you see here are all from scraps. They are all half square triangles, and they are kind of, they're all paired up but they're not paired up in any kind of color order. So I am going through and we are going to start sewing them. I am making a quilt for someone who is going through cancer. Oh, you're so welcome, Andrea. You're so welcome. So her favorite color is blue, but her son had no idea what shade of blue. So in order to fix that, what I have done is I have cut all of my scrap blue that I can find and cut it in with my AccuQuilt cutter into the half square triangles. So these will finish out at 3 inches. They will finish out at 3 inches. So I already did like a bunch of these. Hey Zaza, welcome. And stacks. And there we go. Stacks of half square triangles already sewn together. I have not pressed any of them yet. Because they're done with the AccuQuilt, I know that my cuts are accurate. Whether my sewing is or not, that's a whole nother battle. I don't know if it is or not. And Ricky sometimes still tries to eat these, and I don't know why. Ricky and I have been having some tiffs lately. And so sometimes she eats something and sometimes she doesn't. So we're going to see. And if my machine gets too loud, let me know, guys. I will see what I need to do about my microphone and move things around. Yet again, because I am so trying to make sure that it is easy to enjoy my content. That is very important to me. So I love this blue batik. I almost wanted to keep it, but I was like, no, somebody else is needing some comfort. So this is going to someone else so she can enjoy it. And I've got a lot of this fabric, this very light fabric. There we go. This very light fabric. So I'm pairing up everything that I can with that. Let's see, the sound is cutting in and out. Is anyone else having that? Good question, Zaza. Okay, Judy says hers is cutting out as well. I don't know is it cutting out when I'm sewing or just when I'm talking? Let me know is it cutting out like right now, or is it only cutting out when I'm sewing? Hey Laura, no worries about being late. You're not late. Ricky is my sewing machine, Katie. This is a Ricky Timms edition, Bernina 350. And Joyce says it's fine on her end. Okay, so one of the problems we've had in the past is where, Ricky is my sewing machine. It's autographed by Ricky Timms back in 2016. And so when I started just when I'm sewing. Okay, let's see if that helps. We're going to find out. It's cutting out when you talk. Okay, do you want to try going out and coming back in and seeing if that fixes it? YouTube has been having some issues on my end too. And I've had to leave a lot of lives lately. Judy says it's cutting out when I'm sewing, and then Joyce says it's fine on her end. Okay. So yeah, it's some of them and not all of them. Okay, Zaza went out and came back in and it's fine. Okay, yeah. So yeah, YouTube is sometimes finicky like that, and I don't know why. But I've also slowed Ricky down to the slowest speed so that I can still sew and keep the machine noise at a minimum so you guys can hear me over the machine. So tomorrow, I am actually going to be teaching. I have a pillowcase class. And I put this, I think it was for ages 8 and up. So we're going to see. Karen says she's not having any sound issues. Good deal. My sewing now went out and came back and it's fine. Yeah, so when my hands are down here, and you see me like pushing fabric through, that's when I'm sewing. So like right now I am sewing. But I did slow Ricky way down to hopefully cut back some of the noise, cut back some of the sound issues. We'll just see. We'll see. YouTube has been having hacking issues. They went down for a while all over YouTube a couple of days ago. So they're working behind the scenes trying to make changes. Yeah. And Laura says it was the same thing on her end. It initially was super choppy. She had to go out and come back in. Yeah. that's kind of what I've been experiencing too. Every time I've gone into a live, I've had to potentially leave and come back just to get it going. Now, I did make a quilt for the same person that I'm making this quilt for, and this was the backing fabric that I use. She sent a flat sheet, Walmart brand flat sheet, and I had some of that fabric left over in my scraps because she didn't have a use for it. And so it is finding its way back into another one of her quilts. So if that is her favorite shade of blue, she will have it yet again, without a doubt. And Ricky's trying to eat fabric again. I really, really cannot wait until I get Beauty back. Carrie says she's trying to decide what she wants to take to her sew day tomorrow. Oh, there's so many options. There's so many options. There's always options. Are you thinking about taking an existing project or a new project? Because that's a hard decision. Hey, Shelby, she's been outside doing a bit of patio cleanup. Well, check your email for me. Welcome in, by the way. Tammy, I received the package today, but haven't had a chance to open it yet. It's been one of those days, but thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Carrie says, talk about waiting until last minute. Okay. So every first, third, and fifth Wednesday, I go for a long sew day with a group of lovely ladies. And on that sew day, we set up from like 9 a.m. till up to 4 p.m. Like we were there all day. It is an all day thing. You pack a lunch, you're there all day. And it's really, really fun. I cannot tell you how many times that it has been Wednesday morning when I've decided what I'm taking. So it's last minute, but debating if I want to piece or make sandwiches. I love piecing, but if you really hate making quilt sandwiches, take that, because then you'll have the people around you to inspire you to keep going. Shelby says she will do prize arrived today. Oh, perfect. I am right on schedule. Oh my gosh, I made it the same day. That's shocking. That's shocking. Folding clothes because I've been putting it off. Oh, yeah. Okay, so headed to a 5-day retreat next week, and I'm in the same boat about trying to figure out what to take. Okay, so 1 day is a little bit easier than 5 days to figure out what you're going to take. 5 days, you could potentially run out of projects, depending on how productive you get. That's hot. Gosh, that sounds like so much fun. And Ricky is eating again. Ricky's hungry. Ricky's very hungry. All right, so when you are chain piecing and your thread breaks or you run out of thread or something between pieces, what I do is I actually go back onto the last piece that I had and I sew a few stitches on that last piece to get me onto the next piece. Hey, Alex. Oh, good, good. She says she is walking much better. That's good to hear. That's very good to hear. So our elevator is out again, in case you guys didn't hear that update. I don't know if I said that the other night. Did I say that last night or not? I know Joyce was there because she was commenting on my coat. But yeah, my elevator in my building. Sir? No, sir. We're having an issue again with him. Come on. Over here. And Mr. Siberian Wind is out. Love the costume. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to start leashing you so you start settling when Mama starts talking. He just wants to get up and play every time I start talking. And he's playing with things he shouldn't be playing with. Karen says the Guild group sew day, she likes to make quilt sandwiches because they are big tables for me to spread out on. Yes. That is one really good thing about doing quilt sandwiches at a group sew day. When you don't have a long arm or you're not going to long arm your quilt, the other good thing about making the quilt sandwich when you have a group of people around you is they might potentially help you. You might get freebie help from the others who are out there who understand how much of a struggle it can be to do that quilt sandwich. So it is so worth asking them if they'll give you a hand. So worth it. So very worth it. All right, I'm going to grab some of this same fabric that I've got a lot of because I don't want to run out of light colors, because I think what I'm going to do, dogs are like children. They seize the opportunity when you're busy or distracted. Is that not the truth, Zaza? Is that not the truth? He was, I don't know where he is now. Oh, I see him now. He waits until that very minute when you are literally on the phone, or you are otherwise preoccupied, to go find the noisiest toy that he possibly can. And my son used to do that. Oh my gosh. Can't believe that was like 20 years ago, but yeah, absolutely just like my son. I'm feeling so much better. I think I'm ready to start doing my lives again. Oh, good to hear, Alex. Very good. Very, very good. I will have to come check you out. When you are doing a live. I don't think I've caught you live before. Hey, Jess, welcome in. Dogs are like toddlers. They are. Oh, they definitely are. All right. So, how many of you guys actually listen to podcasts, like quilting podcasts? Do you listen to them or do you watch them? Like, do you want to see, like, I don't know if, I really don't listen to a lot of podcasts. So yes, I am an angel. I'm your quilt angel. I'm a quilt angel. I even have the tutu. Yeah, I've got fabric on it, but I have the tutu and I just dropped more fabric. I didn't realize I had even more fabric still on my tutu. It fell onto my lap and I couldn't feel it. My dog used to do that as soon as the phone rang. He'd get his loudest toys out. Yeah, he does that to my husband. You're wearing the perfect costume tonight. You're definitely an angel. Aw, that's so sweet. See, I was thinking my original plan, guys, was that I was going to wear this while I was giving out prizes last week. So while I was giving away the Sew and Tell giveaway quilt and all the super chat prizes and the freebie prizes, I was going to wear this for that, and I completely forgot. Joan says she only watches Becca's and Ian's. Okay, so I haven't watched Becca and Ian's podcast, so bear with me. I'm just asking questions. You actually watch them, like you see them. They're like in front of you while you're listening to them. Is that correct? Because I've been watching like Sherry and Chelsea, and they are absolutely in person. And I get so distracted and drawn into their podcast that I forget that I need to be doing things. Like I can't watch them for their podcast and get anything done. So like the only times I can watch them is when I know that I don't need to get anything done. Pat says her cat is like a child. Yes. I had cats that did this too. I did. I so did. Judy says that hers is too. Judy Neighbor says. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It's hilarious. They all get noisy. Oh, when the landline rang. Yes. I listen to certain ones when sewing, says Zaza. And Carrie says that she doesn't listen to a lot of podcasts. She likes the lives because we can chat. Very good. Very, very good point. Judy says that she listens and watches certain ones. And then Andrea says she listens to podcasts, but not quilting related. I'm into true crime and mysteries. See, that's kind of where my heart is too. So when it comes to like ones that I can just listen to while I'm actually sewing and getting things done, I would absolutely gravitate towards like true crime and all of that. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I could, like, I don't know. Why are you whining, sir? He actually groaned. Hey, Gladys, welcome in. Welcome. Oh my gosh, guys. Let me just see if I can get him to settle. All right, we have the treat jar. We made it all of 25 minutes. We made it all of 25 minutes. So yeah, we are going to have to start leashing because this is becoming a pattern. Oh my goodness. Zaza says she loves true crime. Chloe says she listens to Tasha Quilt's podcast in the car. Okay, that's fair because you can't watch it while you're driving. I listen to true crime, but usually via YouTube. Just don't watch the video. Okay, so I guess here's the other question. If you are one, Laura says she has certain podcasts that she enjoys listening to, but prefers the lives with the option to chat. Okay, so that's fair. That's fair. So let's say there was a new quilting podcast out. Would you, if it was audio only, would you want it on YouTube's platform or would you want it on a different platform? So if there was an option to put a quilting podcast on a different platform, would you watch it there? Or do you kind of want to keep all of your quilting things on YouTube? I know that's a big ask. I used to listen to true crime podcasts on like iHeartRadio. Like that's a popular platform to listen to true crime podcasts. So, I mean, like, do you listen to them there? Katie says that she listened to music, lives, or audibles. Yeah, see, I listen to a lot of music, guys. Like, my music list is crazy long. Hey, Melissa, welcome in. Glad you're here. My music lists are like crazy long. I can have music going for 90 plus hours and just not have even listened to the same song twice. So like I have that, but it's kind of like I don't know whether or not there would be another option. Karen says she has frequent 2-hour drive that she finds podcasts make go quickly. Usually likes to listen to comedy or cooking radio podcasts. Usually quilting podcasts are better with visuals. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Laura says she prefers YouTube. It's easier for me to tune into one platform. Okay, that's fair. Shelby says YouTube as well. She already pays for YouTube Premium, so she doesn't have to hear ads. Yes. And Chloe mainly uses YouTube. If it's on YouTube, I may find it. If it's somewhere else, I probably won't look for it. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So stay tuned because I may have some podcast news coming up. I don't know for sure. Nothing has been set in stone, so don't come at me for it. But there may be some podcasting coming up in the future, in my future. And so we might have something going. We might. Judy says she prefers YouTube as well. Melissa says she has a podcast app that she uses when she's driving. Can you, on your podcast app, can you put YouTube videos on there? Or like, how does that work? Shelby says she enjoys long form stuff too, interviews and such. Oh, very good. Very good. Judy listens to all platforms. YouTube is on at home, away. I listen to other platforms. See, that's kind of where I've been too, is I listen to YouTube at home, and then I've started listening to YouTube music when I'm out, but I still haven't really gotten into YouTube podcasts yet. So I've been looking into it, and nothing's set. So don't come at me. Nothing is set yet. But I think I might have some things going on. Let's see. YouTube is my best friend on all the time. I don't use anything else except Sirius Radio. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Thank you, Melissa. She says that I have a great podcast voice. Well, thank you. And Joyce listens to true crime podcasts. Yeah, we can road trip, Joyce. We can absolutely road trip. I have missed road tripping with some true crime. I am totally a true crime junkie. I have not been listening to any of it lately because I have had so much quilting in my life lately that I've not had any time for true crime. However, I can guarantee you if I put true crime on in my husband's car, or if he's riding with me and I put true crime on, he will be in seventh heaven. Like that is what we did a lot when he and I were on the road and he was driving a semi-truck. We listened to a lot of podcasts. So I love the interview format. Let's see. Pam says she likes True Blue / Andy and the conversation format she uses. Ooh, I'll have to check her out. I haven't heard her yet. I haven't heard her conversation format yet. I'll have to look into that. You all are giving me great ideas. You all are giving me really great ideas. So, okay. I'm getting chills. That's really cool. I like this idea, guys. I really like this idea of being able to start a podcast series. And it would probably only be like monthly or so. Would that be frequent enough? Or do you typically want somebody putting out podcasts more frequently? Alex says she loves true crime. I do too. You know, all of these guys out there that think that they're big and mean and tough and all, they hold no candle to all of us women who listen to true crime. We know how and where to hide the bodies. So they really hold no candle. And I promise Mr. Siberian Wind is okay. He is just busy tonight. No, sir, you're not going anywhere either. You're about to become a victim of true crime podcasts. No, he's not. I promise. He's not going to get in that much trouble. He's just going to get in a little bit of trouble just for misbehaving. We are going to work on the retraining of the puppy dog. So does anyone have a quilting podcast that just absolutely revolutionized their life? Pam, what is Andy's podcast called? I like her quilting stuff. Ooh, very good question. Thank you. I'm glad you asked. So if perchance this gets off the ground and I'm successful and we get this podcast thing going, because it's not just me. I've been enjoying Tasha Quilt's podcast. I believe she broadcasts on several platforms, as does Becca and Ian. Ooh, okay. I haven't even looked into all of that. This has just been like a brainchild of mine for just a hot minute. And I really think I would enjoy doing podcasts. So that's why I was putting the feelers out to see if you guys would enjoy it just as much as I think I would. With that being said, what is a quilting podcast that completely changed the way you think? Is there one out there that just absolutely blew your mind and you had no idea that it was going to do everything that it did? Melissa says that we have all been listening to true crime stuff and we were ready. Someday we're going to solve a big crime and help put the bad guys away. Oh my gosh. Okay. 2027 mystery quilts. I got you. 2026 is already set. So the 2026 mystery quilt start is already set. I've already got it started. Like, I've already got the plans in place. I've still got to sew it. But I've already got the start of it. So 2027, here I come. How do you have time for all this stuff? I don't know. I haven't figured that out, Carrie. Somehow I managed to find that 5 minutes here and there, and I just make it count, I guess is the best way to put it. I guess that's all I do. I like Tasha's Monday podcast. They are very interesting. So Zaza, I will have to go back and check her podcast out. I've been checking out lives, but have I really been checking out podcasts? No. I need to. That's why I need ideas. I need the ideas. I kind of already have like topics in mind, so it's not like I'm stealing anybody's topics or anything like that. I want to make sure that I go the right direction. Carrie, I have my earbuds in when I'm doing things around the house. Oh, called Not Your Granny's Quilt Show. Okay. That one sounds interesting. That's very modern sounding. Now, there's a couple of people that I've watched, and theirs really kind of is more like a podcast because they don't they really sew on their stream, but it is a live. So like I'm thinking I want to do a recording for podcasts, just so that if I say a lot or hiccup, that we got issue, we can fix it. To use beginners and enders, like leaders and enders, that would solve your cloth eating machine. It would, but I am not even detaching the last piece, and it's still eating them. I've had this issue since Ricky came back from service. She's just been hungry, and I have tried different needles. I have tried a lot of different things, and I don't know what the deal is. But this particular project, Ricky just does not like this project. There's the really sharp points from the AccuQuilt, and that's what's going into the needle plate, and I don't have a single stitch needle plate. She targets millennial quilters. That sounds right. Quilting on Fire is one, says Chloe. Ooh, I like that idea. But everyone can listen, of course. Yeah. Let's see. I can't find that Andy's is different than her YouTube channel. She co-hosts with another business owner. Oh, very cool. Very cool. So yeah, we might be exploring some more of that. Just saying. Just saying. Jess, is there one that you listen to? Because that's a really good question too. You're another content creator with a lot of content out there. Hey, Nikki, welcome in. Is there a podcast that you listen to? I think what's happening when Ricky's eating is that it's the needle hitting that very, very first point, and that's why Ricky's eating it. And I can fix that just by altering the way that I sew just a hair, but it's just aggravating. That's all it is. Just aggravating. Oh, I have got so many of these to sew, guys. This is going to take me a hot minute. I thought I had done half of all of my blocks before. Melissa says she still has a bunch of fabric she bought from that Sleuth line by Juicy Juice. It would be great for a whodunit type quilt. Oh, that would be so much fun. I think what I will do is we'll do the same thing we did this time around, where all of the Wyoming quilt shops that want to participate, at least locally, or we get like 4 shops. What I might do is every shop gets their own line, like no 2 shops get more than 1 line. Everybody gets their own. And we might do it that way for the future ones. Just that way, because everybody ordered from Jules 307, but I don't know that anybody ordered from any of the other shops on the list. So we're going to see if we can fix that in the future years, if they want to participate still. It's because Ricky has been thoroughly cleaned. There's no fluff blocking that hole anymore. Probably. Okay, quilts are on fire. Okay, you will have to send me a link to that one. You will have to send me a link to that one. Crafty Quilter, Tasha's Quilts. Okay, so you're sending me a whole list. Okay, yeah, send me the list. Just drop me an email, send me the whole list of everybody I need to listen to, or text it to me. Well, email's easier, but for me anyway. But if you need to text it, text it. We will do it. We will do it. We're gonna have to talk. We're just gonna have to talk. I'm excited. I really do like the idea of doing a podcast, guys. I really do. And we're going to record, like if I record podcasts, I'm going to do them like plenty in advance so I don't have a problem keeping up. Oh, I'm not doing midnight recordings the night before, okay? Just so you know, I am not doing midnight recordings. That will not happen. So once I have more information, provided that I'm content and ready to get this off the ground, you guys will be the first to know. I promise. I will let you know. So yes, if you weren't here at the beginning or you haven't seen it, there is a link up at the top of the chat. That is a link to join the November Zoom retreat. There's also a link in the description box. So if you're watching this on replay, you can click the link in the description box and register for the Zoom retreat. It is free. You just have to chat at some point. Let me know that you exist and that you're here hanging out watching, or, let me know that, you're not just like randomly signing up. Yay! Chloe says that's a good plan. I think so. I hope so. I am currently about to start recording the next clue for reflections. So I will be recording with all the decorations up, probably. I may have Mr. Siberian Wind take some of them down so I can record, but we'll see. We'll see what we have to do. But we'll get November's Reflections Mystery recorded and probably December's. And then I will be able to turn around and start doing the other things I need to get done. I have a long laundry list, and I'm actually about to take Legal Pad. Okay, when you guys have a lot of things on your list. See, I do miss Tiffany's Insomniac series. I could identify with that and often cut the light because I too have issues with sleep. I know. I have so thought about coming out here and doing an Insomniac series because I am so hitting that insomnia right now. My pain levels and my fibro flare are just sending me into it. I just have not gotten that point yet to where I have enough energy to do it. Let's see, I'm going to be doing a podcast, but it's for MS and other invisible diseases. Oh, fantastic. Well, I have fibromyalgia if you want to invite me on. Joan says, are there written instructions for the Reflections quilt, or is it just on the YouTube? So each Reflections video will have a downloadable sheet. It comes up on the day of the podcast. So the November 15th Reflections Mystery, the video will be uploaded and ready, but the instruction sheet will not be up there until the live starts, and it will be done as a premiere just like this last one was, so I can come hang out in the chat with you guys. But the download sheet for the October one is in the description box of the October video. So if you still have your email from the October clue, you can always click the link and that will take you directly to the October video, and you can then go to the description box and download that. Let's see, Tammy, I've had similar issues lately. Pain issues make sleeping difficult. It does. It really does. I tried to sleep without my brace on my wrist last night, and oh my gosh, it was horrible. I could not do it. My wrist felt like I was crushing it no matter what I did. I couldn't position it any particular way that did not just scream. So, and today my wrist is really, really sore. So that is not helping the rest of my body pain at all. But that's normal. I'm used to it. I also have fibromyalgia, and yes, I'd love for you to be on it. Oh, yay! Yeah, just let me know. Send me an email, and we will set it up. I do not mind. All right, I am looking for fabrics I have not used yet, and I am coming up short. I have used so many of these fabrics so many times already. So I'm just trying to combine them in some kind of pairs that are not all of them the same way. Carrie says she's an insomniac quilter but can't keep visiting when I am in that mood. I struggle. If I get in here and start sewing, the one thing that I'm really worried about is that I will have to rip out everything that I sew. And I don't like the idea of having to do that. Math Geek says, ouch, yeah, I know, Shelby, I know. It's not more bruised than it was, but it feels swollen, and my range of motion, it feels like I have knots all up in my hand right now. So I'm going to be putting some different therapies on it tonight and seeing if we can ease some of that out. Because when I deal with kids tomorrow night, I am not going to have the energy to worry about my wrists too. Oh, yes, absolutely, Joan. She didn't think about the description box. No worries. Oh, good. Alex just registered for November. So the way that the Zoom retreats work, if you are new to my channel or new to my content, I will open the Zoom retreat up at 6 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 8 a.m. Eastern and 5 a.m. Pacific. So crazy early for me. I'm not normally up at 6 a.m. You guys know this, or if you don't, you will realize it on the Zoom retreat. So I open the retreat up at 6 a.m. my time, and it runs continuously until 7 p.m. Mountain Time on Sunday. So it runs until an hour before my live on Sunday night. So Sunday night after the retreat, I am always exhausted. If you haven't seen that yet, you will see it this time for sure. But I do go to sleep at some point during the retreat, as was suggested. Oh, good. I've missed you, Joyce. Yay. I'm glad you're registered. So the let's see, when I have nights like that, I will sort scraps or play with designs for future quilts. Yeah, that if you've been on the retreat with me, you'll see that at a certain time my body just starts shutting down on me and I change what I work on. Hey Terry, welcome in. Oh, yay. So for those of you who can't see the chat, Terry just said she received the quilt today. She won the Sew and Tell giveaway quilt. She said she's going to share it in a video. It is so beautiful. Just had to jump in and tell you. We'll be in and out. Thank you so, so, so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you have it. I'm glad it made it there in one piece. And how was my packing job? Was that okay? It was interesting packing, guys. I was stretching the limits of my boundaries to get it packed. Yes, Carrie, you are not wrong. She says we make you go to sleep. Yeah, they do, guys. People do make me go to sleep. But I get to where it's not safe for me to sew. So I do sort things. I do press fabric and iron fabric. But yeah. Sometimes that's not even safe because then steam and heat and all of that. You should open the retreat and go back to sleep for a few. Nah, by then I'm already awake. Took me 5 minutes to get through the packing. Happy that you did that. I was trying to be creative and stump the postal service at tearing into it at the same time. Oh, I love that. I love that. So what was I going to say? Oh, guys, by the way, Super Chats are already open. So if you want Super Chat raffle tickets for April, you can start entering now. So the more Super Chats that you enter now, the more entries you'll have by the time we hit April. So that is 6 months away, or less than 6 months away, because it will be April 14th is the next Super Chat giveaway. You have to do that with the way things get shipped these days. Yeah, you absolutely do. And I wasn't going to risk a quilt going through the mail and getting ripped to shreds. So I was very intentional with that. Very intentional with it. It was a lot of fun to wrap too. Once I got the mindset of that's how I was going to do it, oh, I had fun. There was layers, guys. There was layers. Just going to say that. There was layers upon layers upon layers. All right, I am just sorting for the moment because I have all of these triangles to match. So sorry I cannot have Super Chat. Oh, no worries. No worries. It's not a requirement. It is just something that I like to offer because it does support my channel and does support me doing shipping on prizes. It does a lot to support me, but I don't, I don't count on money coming in, so don't put it that way. I don't want it to sound like that. But it really does help defray some of that the shipping costs that I incur for my prizes that I give away. So that's why I offer it, and I like to give you guys something back. That's why you guys get raffle tickets. So everybody with a Super Chat gets a raffle ticket for every Super Chat they do. Seeing it on the screen did nothing compared to seeing it in person. I showed my granddaughter and she wants it. We shall see. I think I need to enjoy it first. Yes, please love on it before you give it away. I am fine if that's what you would like to do. I will not get mad if you do give it away, but you definitely need to enjoy it first. You won that fair and square, so you need to enjoy it first. Sounds like me when I wrote Christmas. I meant I cannot do. Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I'd like to be able to give things away. It's just my budget right now with not having my own income, it makes it challenging. And the price of everything going up makes it super challenging. So that's why I offer that as an option. So for those who can and want to, I make it open. I make it open. Okay, let's see. So look at this teal, guys. I was questioning whether or not that was a blue. And then I'm like, well, there's dark blue in it, so we're going with it. We are going with it. So we've got clouds in here. We've got flowers. We've got whatever these little designs are. We've got batiks in here with flowers on them. We've got solids. Oh, I was going to show you guys this. Bear with me. Let me get this one through. Okay. So this stack is, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. It's 2 different fabrics. There's actually a seam in there. This was in my scraps. And why not make use of all of my fabric that's in my scraps? Why not make use of it and put it in a quilt? Yeah, it's going in a quilt. Is it going to be all blue? This quilt, yes. This quilt is going to be 100% as much as possible blue. The lady that is getting this, her son said her favorite color is blue. And when I asked him what shade, he has no clue. So we are just going to make it 100% blue, all shades, all the way from this very, very light sky blue to, I don't even have my, oh, here's my darkest, I think. Yeah, this is definitely my darkest. This dark, dark batik blue. So yeah, I am going to, yeah, it's going to be every shade of blue that I can find. Frankenpiece absolutely is absolutely Frankenpiece. And the nice thing is, all I had to do was dig through my scraps, find scraps that read blue, or that, you know, was blue enough that I didn't think we were looking at different colors, looking from a distance. So like this fabric right here has some green and some pink in it because it's a floral. But from a distance, that reads blue. This one has teal mixed in, which teal isn't exactly a shade of blue, but it's blue enough. And my light on my machine is crazy bright. Got a new phone. I can't remember a dang password to my Facebook email, so I can't do super chat right now. I can get my grandson here to help me change it. Oh, no worries, Joyce. No worries. We've got all the way till April. Hey, Christina, welcome in. Good morning, right? Am I right? Is it good morning right now? I do try to remember. Hey, Raven, welcome in. Glad you're here. So yes, I'm so looking forward to retreat. So looking forward to it. All the colors of blue, my kind of quilt. Yeah, I know. Like, so when I did choose a direction, okay, now this piece does not go all the way to the edge, but it's going to be less than 1/4 of an inch that isn't going to be caught. So it's going to be used anyway. So it's just 1/4 of an inch, or less than 1/4 of an inch. That's not all the way to the edge, but I'm still going to use it because it will still work. But I literally went through my scraps to 3 a.m. That's way too early of a morning. Oh my gosh, how are you awake at 3 a.m.? I shouldn't ask that because I've seen you awake at 3 a.m. before, but oh, but yes, the next retreat is scheduled, so you can sign up now. Now that I finally have it scheduled, And I will do my best to have all of November's lives scheduled by October 31st. So we will try. We will try to have it there. Of course, I'm already getting ahead of myself. We still have one more Tuesday in October. So I still have one more costume to go. At least one more costume. We'll put it that way. At least one more costume. Because those are not the same shade of blue. Okay. There is that many shades of blue in this quilt. And none of these, so just as an aside, none of these fabrics are in the first half of what I've already sewn. So in the first half of what I sewed, like I had, this is like just a print, but then there's this checkered print, like crazy tight. I had, this is the checkered print too, but it's paired with a navy. And then navy with stars. And then let's see what I've got in here. This is a different dark navy and a different shade of blue, but this one's also Franken pieced as well. So, I mean, all of the pieces that I already did, so half of the quilt, I have one set of colors, and then the other half is going to be a totally different set of colors. So I can mix and match these once I am ready to start piecing them together. So I'm going to press all the seams open if I can. I may just press them all to one side just to hurry up with it because I planned to have this done weeks ago. And you see where I'm at. I am way behind on the weeks ago part of it. Okay. Secondary question. So we've talked about podcasts. So if you weren't here for the podcast chat, you'll have to watch replay and come back, get caught up to speed on podcasts. Okay. So I am teaching pillowcases and I am teaching tote bags to my 4-H youth. What else quilty related have you taught or have you done as a kid, or do you find is appropriate for a kid, maybe as young as 5 years old? What kind of sewing would you expect for them to be able to do? I want to take a poll. I want to see what you guys think. Do you think a 5-year-old can sew a straight line? I mean, that's a skill I think I'm going to teach, is sewing straight line, cutting straight lines, all of that. But do you think a 5-year-old can do a 4-patch? Or maybe even a 9-patch? Do you think they're up for that? Or do we work on hand sewing when they're that age? Moda Love Bug pattern. Ooh, you might have to send me that one. You might have to send me a link to that one. That's cute. That sounds cute. I hear you, Raven. She's apologizing she couldn't catch Zaza's live. Go watch the replays. Anytime you cannot watch a creator live, definitely go back and catch the replay and leave comments, leave likes on the replay, and then watch any of their other content that they've put out. That really helps the YouTube metrics. That really helps it. So I can't catch Sean's lives live. Never. Way too early. I can only do a 6 a.m. live or 6 a.m. time once every blue moon. So every couple of months or so, I cannot catch Sean live otherwise. It's just way too early for me and my body does not cooperate. So with that in mind, I don't beat myself up over it, but I do try to catch his lives on replay. Hey, Michael, welcome in. Thank you. Michael is new to our channel, guys, but he's been watching a lot of my content on replay. And so I'm greatly appreciative that you are here. Thank you so much. I love the ghost. 5-year-old can, but it depends on the child. Okay, for the 4-patch and 9-patch. Carrie says they can definitely do a 4-patch and 9 patches. Okay, good deal. Hot pad pot holders, pillows. Okay, very good, very good. How about teaching them to sew on buttons? Amazing to me how many do not understand how to sew on a button. Oh my gosh, yes. that will definitely be part of the plan. My 5-year-old son wants a sewing machine for Christmas. He might be able to sew a straight line, but safety is an issue. Yes, safety is definitely an issue. When I do have my youngest kids in there, my youngest 2 age groups, goes up to 8 is my youngest 2. So like 5 to 7 and then 8 to 10, I think. Those 2 age groups, I have parents hang out. Not that I really need the parents there for much, but I do worry that if somebody sews through a finger, I want a parent there versus just me having to load kids into my car and rush to the ER, because I just don't enjoy that. That is not part of what I enjoy as a quilting teacher. I would much rather enjoy them when they are happy and healthy and do not have, injured fingers, injured appendages. There we go. Oh, you gave plasma. Thank you for giving plasma, Michael. I'm sure that is very much needed. I don't know because I'm not in the medical field, but I'm sure it is very necessary. They have needle guards for the kiddos. They do, but we can't afford to buy them. Well, okay. Let me rephrase that before anybody gets the wrong idea. Okay. So our 4-H program has some money. I'm not saying we're broke, but our 4-H program does not necessarily prioritize soft crafts. They definitely want to go into the like life sciences, like raising animals and farming and cooking and things like that. They don't really try to go into the craft side as much, and they don't allocate as much of their funding towards the crafts like that. So I'm fighting that. Hey Sheila, welcome in. Welcome. Let's see. I used to get plasma and always left me tired afterwards, says Katie. Yep. Definitely start with buttons, then with mending pillows or pillowcases, and then make it like a progressive swimming class. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm planning. I'm just hoping that my kids return for classes. The kids that I have for my pillowcase class are not at all the kids that I have for any of my other classes so far. So I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. So my class is tomorrow night. We're going to see how it goes. Yes, it is awesome that your son is interested, Chloe. I agree, Laura. Sorry, I have zero experience with the young ones. I've worked a lot with 10 to 18-year-olds in Campfire. See, okay, so I do have all the way up to age 18, but I haven't had any of them actually sign up or show up for anything yet. So we're going to see what happens going forward. Michael, they don't want my plasma. My son messed up my blood, and I have some weird factor in my blood. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. I can't give blood in good faith because they still don't know what causes fibromyalgia. And the last thing that I would ever want to do is pass that on to someone else. So for me, I morally cannot stomach the thought of potentially giving someone else what I have. And even though it's not listed as contagious by the doctors, they really don't know. So I'm taking no chances. Hey, Susie, welcome in. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. I figured it was cute. I figured that ornament's really funny. Let's see. Katie, been listening while doing dishes. How about using permanent fabric glue to make 4-patch? Then they can hand quilt them and make coasters. That might work too. I still have to work on my curriculum. That's what I'm thinking of. Hand sewing is a great place to begin. Some adults don't even know how to thread a needle. That's true. And the kids can see the needles. They can see the needle. Ask me how I know. They can see the hole in the needle. Actually, hand sewing is let's see, where am I at? Local Quilt Guild has sewing quilting classes. They're starting them out on frog bean bags / stuffed animals. Very cute, and the kids like them. Oh, good idea, Karen. I like that. Thank you. I'm gonna have to look into some stuffies maybe, because I think some of them will enjoy sewing the stuffies, but I really do kind of want to keep them towards the quilting aspect so I don't get dragged down the rabbit hole of garment sewing and all of that, because while I enjoy it and I can do it myself, I don't know that I really want to dig in and start teaching that on a regular basis. That's just kind of, I'd rather teach it to older kids who are already confident sewing enthusiasts and go from there. Let's see, my family is creative as well. My daughter draws. My son has me teaching him to crochet. It's hard because he's a lefty. I've had to learn how to teach crochet left-handed to teach him. Oh my gosh. So anytime I teach a left-handed person, I stand across from them and I tell them to mirror, be my mirror. And that's how I teach them to do most things. Is it necessarily easy? No, definitely is not. But that's usually how I approach that one. But everyone learns differently. My oldest daughter's working to learn crochet with Woobles. Oh, I'm glad somebody can learn to crochet. I cannot do crochet or knitting. I just pull my stitches too tight. I just cannot get over pulling my stitches. I keep pulling them. Okay, we're going to sort this stack real quick and then go from there. And probably call it a night. Let's see. My daughter can crochet and she knits with a loom. See, I can knit with a loom, but I need to pull my loom out and work with it because I haven't done that in a while. It's been a hot minute. It's been a very, very hot minute since I've worked with it. One of my fondest memories is hand sewing a cat stuffy when I was about 5 years old. Okay. See, I did not learn hand sewing that way. I learned hand sewing by blind stitching a hem on a dress that I was making. That was my hand sewing learning process, is the blind stitching the hem. So not exactly a traditional hand sewing lesson. That's how I taught my granddaughter to crochet. She is a lefty. Yeah, okay, yeah, doing the mirror, yeah. Yeah, that's the only way that I can think of to do it. I do have a couple of lefties that have been in my classes. I at least have one for sure, but I think I have more than one lefty. Ooh, here's a fabric I haven't used yet. It's going in there. I hasn't used it yet. I hasn't. Tammy, I tried that, but my son had issues with me sitting across from him. I've been crocheting since I was 5, so I can do it left-handed. I just need to think about it before I do stitches right. I like to knit and crochet, love to quilt. I am in awe of all of you that knit and crochet. I am just absolutely in awe. I cannot not pull my stitches too tight. Every time I make a crochet or knit stitch on anything, I pull my stitches way too tight. And then when you're needing to pick up or, go through or whatever, there is just no room. There's just no room whatsoever in it. And I feel so bad because I've tried, but I've had to give up. So I do have one of those knitting looms that sits on the table. I haven't pulled it out yet. I've seen Andy use hers over at Crafty Witch. I love watching her use that thing. I love watching her, period. But I love watching her use that thing because I'm like, it doesn't look that hard. And it probably isn't. But to someone who doesn't work with yarn all that often, it looks really, really hard at times. All right. Well, let's see. I'm a bit ambidextrous, but I've never tried crochet or knit with the opposite hand. Okay. So I'm ambidextrous, but there are some things that I'm just more proficient with one hand versus the other. Okay, here's a perfect example. Take my fabric and take the piece that I'm going to line up against. And I don't sit there and manipulate it with my right hand. I manipulate with my left. I just stabilize with my right. That's all I do is stabilize with my right. I actually manipulate things a lot better with my left hand. But you can't do everything with your left. You got to use both. I crochet tight, but knit is usually close to gauge. I can't do either one. Katie says use a bigger hook if you're a too tight stitcher. I've tried that too. Hey Dre, welcome in. Yeah, that's what Katie was just saying. If you're too tight, if you knit too tight, use the next size up needles and adjust gauge. I tried that, and I still somehow managed to get the stitches way too tight. My daughter tried to teach me to knit. Apparently, I am beyond help. Okay, I did better. I can crochet with my fingers better than I can crochet with a crochet hook. However, with that being said, it's still really, really tight. Like you can't get anything through it. So my last t-shirt yarn class, I gave the mom who both of her daughters were in the class. I gave the mom my extra ball of t-shirt yarn. I was like, here, I don't need it. You guys know how to crochet and knit. Take it, have fun. She's like, are you sure? I was like, yes, I do not need it. I'm just here teaching the class. I really don't need this yarn because it's just going to sit and collect dust. So I wanted to go to someone who would actually use it. All right, well, guys, we are past an hour. I'm shocked. We've made it an hour and 15, so that's not too bad. So what I'm going to be doing the rest of the night after I change, because these earrings are just, they're heavy. And this is the first time I've successfully worn earrings in a really long time. And my ears are probably going to be so swollen when I take them out. So I'm going to sign off here in just a minute, change out my costume, and then I'm going to get back to sewing. If you've not signed up for that did go fast, Chloe. It absolutely did. If you guys have suggestions for me for podcasts that I need to watch, feel free to send me an email. Don't post it in the Facebook group. I don't want the Facebook groups blowing up with just podcast links. So send me an email with a link to the podcast episode that you want me to see. Hey, DJ, glad you're here. Send me an email with that link. That way I know where exactly I'm going and how to get there, because sometimes YouTube is a really big place and sometimes it's a really small world. So help me get there faster so that I can check out the podcast that you guys are watching, that you guys love. Because I really kind of I don't want to copy anyone else. That's not my intention. I'm not going to be doing a copy and paste. But I want to make sure that the ideas that I've got swimming around in my head are along the kind of lines of what you're already enjoying. So if I am able to get the podcast off the ground, that, there's interest, and you guys know that I am taking your interest seriously, because I don't want to do the things that annoy you. That is not what I'm about with a podcast. I want you to enjoy it just like I enjoy podcasts too. If you've not signed up for the retreat and you want to come, you are more than welcome to. Just click the link in the description box and you will be registered for that. The emails go out the night before the retreat, so don't panic. You will not get anything until the night before the retreat. And so if you don't get an email for whatever reason, send me an email. Let me know you didn't get it. And don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Please, please, please help boost my channel up. We are trying to get to that 1,000 mark so we can do a big celebration and maybe do another giveaway in honor of hitting a milestone. So I am trying to get to that 1,000, so 1,000 subscribers. So if you are watching the content and you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It is free. You do not have to pay anything to subscribe and come hang out and come watch all of the content that your little heart wants to watch over here. And yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I think that's everything. Is that everything? I think that's everything. So thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate spending time with you guys. I love it. I love this conversation, and I love getting to connect with you guys on this level. This week is, hang on, bear with me. Let me make sure before I speak. This week is the Yuletide Sampler. So, Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I've got Kathy from My Hobby Home that will be coming to hang out with me for Yuletide Sampler 2. And Alicia from Quilty Bird Piecing will be off at retreat, so she will be here in spirit. We'll keep her in mind. So don't forget, if you've not hit your thumbs up or your notifications for the next videos, go hit those and turn those on. And I will see you all then. Until then, go pet some fabric, get that happy warm fuzzy going,